Last question is, what scale do you envisage BG Scribe Writer being deployed?
Mm-hmm. So realistically, this could be personalized, changed, adapted for any company, any industry. It's very simple.
Will you give it away to another company in our field or area?
Right now, no.
Why not?
It's not ready yet.
Not ready yet?
It's not strong enough. It's strong enough for us,
mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't consider it strong enough to deploy out yet. With these small refinements that I'm trying to make, I don't want.
But if they put their knowledge base
mm-hmm.
and used your ChatGPT,
mm-hmm.
would it be sufficient then for them?
It would, yeah. I mean, it would work no problem. It's a simple setup of a system instruction, add the knowledge, put it together. You've got a blog generator.
But if they don't have the knowledge base,
if they don't have the knowledge base, then it's you may as well just use normal ChatGPT. There's no point. We're very lucky in that sense that we have all of the blogs, we have all of the previous stuff, we have our testimonials, we have podcast transcripts that I've uploaded into it. So much data that we have, whereas bigger companies maybe obviously don't do podcasts. Well, very small amount of them do. They mightn't have all of this data just ready to go, which it's easy enough to find. Blog wise, they probably aren't going to be focusing too much on blogs if they're already big. They're not going to be needing to do. They will
appoint a media company to take care of that problem for them.
So it very much depends on how much data you have at hand.
Okay, so that's interesting. We will come back to this in another podcast, which is the formula of the knowledge base of collecting that knowledge in a way whereby you're able to develop and write your own one, which talks, speaks, acts, behaves like you, rather than just mimicking what is a very weak, mass-produced generalistic GPT. That's obviously what the agent development is, but you've got to start somewhere. Your first agent has got to be so connected to yourself that each subsequent validation or whatever, or iteration of it, there has to be something that you can measure the difference between. Yeah,
and that's kind of our plan with BG Scribe. So it's the first version. The current objective is to write around 60 blogs, which all 60 of those that covers our internal things we need blogs for, internal categories. And then once those are written, that'll be the kind of last ones that we'll ever write from scratch. Then we'll have BG Scribe version 2, which these blogs, instead of inputting prompts, you'll input the blog and it will then update the blog from there. It will turn it into something new. So you're basically just constantly re-evolving, changing the blogs rather than coming from scratch. So it's just, here's your blog. Okay, next month, here's your blog changed. Next month, here's your blog changed again.
So basically you take the entire database, the entire knowledge base that has been created, and you put that into a query upon which that is then what is queried against in terms of the next iteration. It just kind of is
like the core that then grows out and out from it, creating different layers.
And the great thing about that is obviously the automation ability of that through the tools and software or whatever that's being developed as the technology is rolling out iteratively. Okay, I think that pretty much concludes us. I think in terms of a summary, I'll leave you to have the last word, but I see BG Scribe Writer as another tool in our armory towards a safer transition towards AGI. You know, we're not AGI yet. It's going to be time down. I see this as a stepping stone towards creating that safer. Now, you know that there's going to be lots of activity going on around. There's going to be there's the launch of VO and whatever in Google and whatever. There's going to be lots of other people coming through it. But just in terms of what we can do and what we can control, this is our movement towards a safer AGI. So, why are we doing it? I think that in a couple of years down the line, it's going to be a really, really key talking point. And it's just something different than focusing on creating adverts at this stage, isn't it?
Yeah, but obviously, so this is the blog writer at the minute, but this is kind of creating the core for not only our other blogs to reiterate from, but also you can build this out for your newsletters, your emails, your adverts, your social media posts. It's a great starting point to see what works and what's coming out is strong. And then you can just kind of adapt it and put it into different workflows, give it to the coders to put into N8N to create these different ways so all of our content is covered.
You can bring lots of all your different formulae together in this. So even there you talk about where I see it going with is obviously in terms of robotic automation, in terms of internally fulfillment. I also see it in terms of screenplay. The ability to generate and create a screenplay, calling upon the captions and images of our videos and text and blogs. So the blog itself is the screenplay towards automating the creation of your digital strategy for marketing. So getting the text and the numbers right, I think on a scale of 1 to 100, how happy are you with
the output?
Yeah.
I give it like a 77.
Okay, so we got to get it to 95.
Yeah. It's mainly the vocab now at this point is the main issue. Once I have that done, I'll be very happy with it.
Okay, I would say we should be getting into the 99th percentile, I would say before September. But if you're at the 75 to 80% now, then you've got to iteratively move on to 85, 90, 95, 99, 4 stages to get to that level of percentile. Doable?
Definitely.
I would agree so. Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much for a really interesting conversation with a systems engineering type of creative aspect to AI. So it's been very interesting. Thank you very much for relaying your words of wisdom on the podcast. Okay, bye.